Alright, got that all ready to go. Hey, render. Glad to have you lurking. Let's look over to PC view. Buckshot shows up. Buckshot shows up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Alright, so... this over here. Make sure that's working. Looks like it is. Da-da-da-da. Okay. So everything should be good. Just need to click on the game to get the audio back. Discord streams up. Okay. There's the cutscene viewer, just so we can pop that up from what happened last time. It's been a couple days since we did Sonic.
Hello.
Ah! Cool. Not who I expected to jump in. Hey, Neil.
I'm not doing anything right now, so I can probably join in.
Hey, it's just Sonic 2 game clearing. I'm just about to pull up the cutscene again for the Sonic 2 intro.
Are we live already?
Yes.
Okay.
The red dot is red.
I'm just checking.
You're good. I already posted the links and everything.
I'm just playing chibi level on the side.
Yeah, as long as you keep focused the commentary to the game itself proper.
Yeah.
You never see these asshole foxes. I mean, these also, like, new as shit, but... it's weird to see, like... you don't get a lot of foxes in Sonic other than Tails, I think.
What do you think that is? We want to keep the focus on the animal that we actually care about.
You say that, but we got 3 fucking like, no... 4 or 5 hedgehogs, actually. I almost forgot Amy, despite the fact she's in this collection.
You also forgot about Sonic Forces.
I thought the main character wasn't a hedgehog in that one for the original
I
character.
think you could make it a hedgehog though.
Not a lot of the options make you look like any of the other ones, though. For good reason, obviously, but...
Well, being able to make a hedgehog in Forces is kind of obligatory, all things considered.
I mean, it is, but also my argument was more like I wouldn't be surprised if they also, like, all the options make it look good. Would be not there. Well, since first time for you joining the Sonic game clearing stuff, thoughts on which Genesis one's your favorite?
Let me think about that.
I'm allowing the games not in the collection, so if you want to say fucking Spinball going ahead, I doubt it.
Mean Bean Machine.
Harder to sell me on that one, given that's just a fucking reskin of Puyo Puyo. Also, I know.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Also, I'm pretty sure you're fucking lying on that one.
Yeah, but yeah, you know how I do.
Like, I can at least accept 3D Blast, because at least it's doing something.
I haven't actually played 3D Blast, but if I were to give any one of them a specific thing, I would say 3 and Knuckles.
I mean, that's the answer I've been going with, too, but it's also been the last time I did it was, I think it's been a couple years, and that was with the, Asia Island Revisited. Oh boy, it's the half-pipe. Not nearly as good as these. At least it's gonna be the I can actually see shit version. I'm assuming
I immediately found out the reason why I decided to join in today is because, well, I just finished the thing I was working on yesterday, so it's probably a good idea to just have a rest day or so.
Yeah, co-commenting is not hard. It's just commentating with a smidge more watching your language, which easier for you, harder for me. also assuming since going for 3 as your default favorite for Genesis, Sonic, and Blue Spheres is your preferred special stage.
Well, don't say that. Well, I do like Blue Sphere. If I take the entire series as a whole, I'm not entirely sure which one of the special stages will be my favorite.
So gee, having proper 3D depth for the half-pipe makes it so much fucking easier. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever gotten that many rings on the first go.
I guess if I were to say any of the special stages in particular, the first one that comes to mind is Sonic Colors DS, which is kind of a half-pipe, but instead of having to maintain a proper number of rings, you have to collect colored balls as you loop around the thing.
So, only played Sonic 2 was little, seen the half-pipe because of 2. Yeah, because since Origins is based on the mobile ports, who'jamafuck they updated the half-pipes got updated. I think actually all special stages got updated because CD has proper 3D depth, well, somewhat proper 3D depth. It's not as crunchy. This has fully 3D and supposed to be the faux pixelated 3D. Sonic 1's is a lot smoother and rotate. And I think Blue Sphere is the one that got fucked with the least. If it did anything, it may just be visually smoother. I know there is a, new edition they added for this, which, oh boy, more Blue Sphere!
I will not complain. I will not complain to a little game dedicated to Blue Sphere, like a cheaper one.
I mean, if you want to, besides giving us the eventual fucking Chow Guard app, fucking do it, Sega. Blue Sphere's one.
Language.
I can swear on my own damn streams.
Alright, you told me to watch out the swearing.
I'm more saying other ways of foul language, like racial slurs and other shit. I'm the dickhead around here.
Because I'm well known for doing that.
Yeah, more just posterity. Another one. Let's go again! Sticks. I think it's because of fucking YouTube videos. I'm thinking the special stage music for 2 really does sound like shenanigans music.
Not as much as that one song from Mario Party 1 though. Or the entire soundtrack for Earthbound.
From Earthbound, yeah, it just reeks of shenanigans abound. And for Mario Party, I always think, wasn't it the one in 2 that sounds like,
clown music, yes.
Yes. That's the one I always think of pure shenaniganry, is the 2 minigame music. Holy shit, Sonic, move your fat ass!
Aptly name it, let's have some fun.
I guess that would be the way to call it without just calling it, shenanigans.
I do love that one of the songs in the School Girls soundtrack is straight up called Shenanigans and Going On.
I'm assuming that's one of the cutscene tracks.
That's the song, yeah.
Okay. That does not sound like a fighting theme. That sounds like a cutscene. Who put these explosives here?
It's one of Dr. Robotnik's diabolical traps.
Okay, put the... What the fuck is the deal with the special stages anyway? I guess that's a right question to ask.
Is it because of the lore or what?
Yeah, actually. Because it's like, are these just like mythical zones without outside the bounds of normal space-time? Or did Eggman actually make them? Because I really doubt it's the latter.
No, honestly, it's one of those that if we take things like crosswords as part of the series now, it very much is just an alternate dimension we can just get into by means of the rubber rings.
Or whichever method they feel like at that given day. Also, yeah, this has changed code. Because I should not be able to carry my... Ooh. This is actually an interesting thought. I just reset when I had 2 Chaos Emeralds done. What's that gonna do for me when getting... Can I just restart and keep getting the Chaos Emeralds in the first 2 checkpoints? Sweet, must be had. Because I was gonna quandary that in the usual, or the original version of Sonic 2, it's only Knuckles that keeps his rings, between checkpoint special stages. Coconuts. So if I just reset the stage there, get another checkpoint, does it get me back to stage 1, or does it get me stage 3? Is this 1 or 3? They're all different color. I think this is stage 3. Oh. Oops.
From what I remember, though, I'm saying it a while back, it is possible to get Super Sonic as early as Emerald Hill Zone.
Yes, there is enough checkpoints to do it. The biggest issue is rings, because that's what I was bringing up. You're gonna you need to keep restocking up to 50 rings. Most people on average, if you're getting a couple checkpoints and enough rings, you'll get it by like zone, like I said Aqua Hill. That's not it. What's Zone 3 called?
Zone 3? In Sonic 2, it's...
Aquatic Ruin?
Aquatic Ruin, yeah.
Okay, I was, for some reason, I was thinking that was a future name of a zone, not in this game. Oops. Also, yeah, this is stage 3. So if I want to be real cheeky, I could just keep resetting the game, and I could just farm the first couple checkpoints and get the emeralds, because it saves emeralds between resets. Oh, whoops. Tails! God damn it, you... Yep. Fucking goddamn it. Well, that's what the coins are for. No, Tails is dead. No, that's the other Sonic 2. Yeah, I'm not as fond of everyone's favorite sidekick.
Has he not done anything for you or something?
I think, well, again, I like him in later games, but also that feels like he has more to do. In the Genesis games, he's just kind of there to be a Luigi for Sonic. Like, he's better in 3 because he can fly, but he does also all the same levels and routes as Sonic, so he just feels like baby mode.
Discounting the fact that he flies the plane in Sonic 2, the whole techno stuff that he gets as a personality trait doesn't come up a whole lot in the Genesis era.
No.
The classic era.
Hell,
it
definitely wasn't a thing.
It was a thing, but it doesn't come up as often. What I was gonna say is that it comes up the most in Tails' Adventure.
Tails' Adventure, yeah. I was more thinking things, god damn it, Archie when I said it doesn't, because he... One, they gave
that's
that...
That's retroactive, what I mean.
Yeah. Because most of the techno bent in the comics got given to Rotor instead, which made Tails kinda useless in the comics for a long time. And they didn't fix that, I think until Adventure.
Yeah, because Adventure made it a pronounced thing. It's just a thing in the background for Tails in the classic era.
Yeah, like I said, it's almost non-existent for things like the Archie books. Because again, Rotor exists, so why bother having Tails do it? Which makes him kind of just, why are you here, Tails? You're a literal liability. Especially when we're talking Archie with, you know, the Freedom Fighters and shit, he is a literal liability. Yeah, he was like the kid sidekick thing, which is funny that they were trying to pitch that for in the Archie books, given that that was also around the time of most comic stuff, granted I'm thinking superhero comics, where they were trying to get rid of the sidekick as a concept. Either you were a dedicated kid hero, or you were a fucking corpse. I say that, I know one of the best-selling books in the 90s was fucking Robin 3, but Robin's always been the exception to the rule of the hatred of the sidekick. Gee,
Mostly because Legacy and also because Batman.
yeah, Batman. Then hey, we got Tim Drake around that time, and Tim's fine. Not my favorite Robin, but he's perfectly serviceable.
Well, I mean, what does he wind up becoming?
Take a
Is he the red last one?
well, Red Robin is the one everyone usually gives a shit about, but also agrees is not a good name. But he doesn't get a lot of good future Legacy names. He's better known as actually being Robin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with Dick
Oh,
Grayson,
he's the third one. Right.
yeah, he's the detective one. Again, as a sidekick, he's great, and I think he's better than Damien in some spots. But Damien at least has the benefit of being his biological kid to Bruce, and also being the angry gremlin. You know, Jason Todd gets the I died and came back asshole, and then Nightwing is the best one. I'm biased as shit because I watched the old Teen Titans cartoon. So that's my usual take on Robin, if he even is a semi-amalgam. Not as much.
Oh, I'm cleaning the stains here. Get away from me, you stupid spiders! Again, I played Chibi Lobo this time.
Yeah. I need to play that at some point. I got no... God damn it, Tails!
Chibi Lobo is very much kind of a vibes game, honestly.
Yeah.
Would be good for streaming.
Honestly, yeah. And I have no excuse since it's on NSO. My usual, like, I have to own the game doesn't comply because I have NSO. Jesus Christ, Tails! Stop eating the high explosive ordnance! Not good for
The one thing that you will come to learn about Chibi Lobo is that his battery life is about as effective as a modern cell phone.
Nah, I think it's just a raw-ass single A. Not even a double screamer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He then empties up real fast. Speaking of.
Well, that's 4 emeralds. Also, it's rare to get both blue ones before, like, getting, like, green or yellow. A weirder order of emerald attainment. Alright. So I think there's another checkpoint this way. If I don't fuck up, I should be able to get Emerald 5. Thanks, Tails. You're earning your keep eventually.
To be fair, he's the one with the house.
God damn it, I did it again! I'm just gonna go.
Also, just noticed that your HUD says coins. What's up with that?
I'm playing story mode. So I'm playing in the modern mode. So I get things like that. Tails is enjoying himself over there. Good for him. But yeah, coin, Origin got rid of lives for the anniversary mode. Instead, you have coins, which you can use to either redeem to get stuff in the museum, or restart special stages. Speaking of
I'm
which,
honestly surprised they went with coins and not something like a fancy ring.
I think it's so we can distinguish the collectible coins from regular rings. They're both gold anyway, which is not helping the situation, but I think that was the logic. Plus, red rings is a modern invention, and the eras must never mingle, apparently. I don't agree with that. They're the same blue fucker. I think it's my biggest complaint with, like, modern Sonic stuff is the...
Hi, Buckshot.
Hey,
How far are you in Green Hill?
I am still
Not Green Hill, Emerald Hill. rather.
Ganon, man! It's Act 1. But you may have noticed I'm on fucking Special Stage 5.
I do see that.
I reset earlier because I was trying to get the third one, and I got hit, but then I realized... Oh, fuck.
Time for a coin.
Yep. If you restart a stage, it still counts your emerald progression. So I'm like, well...
That's a little broken. Alright.
Yup. I'm like, I'm gonna be done with Act 1 and have all 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Just to show that you can.
Also, it means I don't have to worry about it. I like the special stages as a concept, but because of my own
Congratulations on your Supersonic playthrough.
basically. And this is a me, this is not the game's fault when we're gonna talk about this. Because if I can get them now, I'm going to get them now, is going to be my issue, which always means that it's kind of annoying for Sonic games for me, because it's like, I have to get them as early as possible so I can just set it, forget it, and then just play the game. But that means I'm also, stuck with Supersonic. Well, fuck.
I think that's gonna be... You actually need to do better on that, rotating piece.
Yeah, it's getting used to the woo bit. That's messing me up. I'm hesitating.
I mean, you can kind of tap it when you're off the track and still move kind of slowly. I've learned.
Yeah, I was trying to go up and it wouldn't let me there. I was stuck on the
Because there's still gravity on that slope. If you want to go up, you either gotta be on the bottom or you gotta go on the opposite side if you're on one of the slopes. Like, I heard your stream notification, but I can't hear any of your stream on the Discord.
Well, that would have been coffee then going off, because I heard it that time, I just didn't see
that
it.
was the coffee.
Thanks, Render.
The position of Neo in this little chat on stream, though, is amusing me because we have the scared Rally staring right at Duet.
We're not gonna do anything malicious.
In fact, that's the Ringo pose.
Don't worry, Duet's not gonna do anything harmful yet.
Yeah. Are you one short? No, you're one over. Alright.
Woo! Just made it. Tails don't...
I'll say there's a lot of rings in this section.
Yeah, it has to be. You go from 110 to 200, there has to be...
I should have colored it Rally black, like, white, and red to just go along with this stream.
Fuck, I missed.
It's weird that I am very used to special stages 5, 6, and to some extent 7 because they are used in multiplayer.
Oh god.
Like, the thing with the multiplayer, and, like, technically speaking, all but one special stage can technically be played in multiplayer because, well, you know, without playing the game itself. Because if you tie in any zone, you do a special stage to break the tie.
Huh.
And since the options are Emerald Hill, Casino Night, and Mr. Cave, the last option is Special Stage, because there was just a Special Stage competition section normally. That section uses Special Stages 5, 6, and 7, 7 being you tie. So I'm very used to this special stage.
God damn it, Tails!
This is something I've mentioned previously, and unfortunately in the mode you're playing, there's nothing you can do about it, but special stages in Sonic 2 are way harder when you have Tails with you.
Yeah,
The ring values are higher.
Yeah, it increases by like 10 at minimum, or something like... I don't think it's a consistent 10, but it is usually higher, because they expect you to actually use Tails to catch some extra rings because of the spare hitbox.
But then you gotta get him not hurt as well.
Yeah, whereas I think Tails has it easier, Sonic is average, and I think Knuckles is also easier?
Yes, because he's alone.
Yeah.
If you're alone, the ring values are consistent no matter which character you're using.
Especially these ones I would say are the actually legit hardest. One's a
Yeah,
crapshoot.
of like all the classic special stages, these are the ones that always give me the most trouble.
Yeah.
And we're talking me mostly playing it on original hardware without this 3D depth. That is another coin down the drain.
God damn it, Tails! Yeah, Tails honestly is what makes it definitely harder in single player. Because one's mostly just a pachinko crapshoot no matter which version, but if you kind of can get used to the physics no matter your version, you can get through it no problem. Blue spheres to me I can do in my goddamn sleep. They're fucking easy. And CD, as evidenced by the last playthrough, I could do those no problem. But I'm also using the remastered physics on those.
3D blasts also aren't too bad for the most part.
Well, for what, 3 or 4 of them?
Well, let me put it to you this way. The ones on Genesis are extremely easy. The ones on Saturn, I have not played them. They are considered some of the better ones.
It's the half-life again.
It is another half-life, but it's considered the better, like one of the best half-lives, if not the best half-life.
There's some solid music, just don't get to listen.
And, I've seen the PC version, it's not particularly good.
God damn it, Tails! Proving my point of why I don't tend to like this orange bastard.
I will point out, even when I am not doing these with Tails, I still struggle.
I tend to not care for classic Tails. I don't mind him when he's a little bit, in the later games. That's not even personality-wise, he just actually feels like he's useful in later games. I may be biased because he had the fucking sick-ass mech in SA2, and that was my first Sonic game.
I'm gonna try to eat shit again, you have enough right now.
There we go. And I got a lot more extras, which make it a little bit easier to do the next segment.
Yep.
There we go.
Ceiling. Now the loop. You're good, there's no more damage from this point.
There we go. It's not even the green one. I thought I was gonna get the green one because of the stage color. That was the fucking yellow one. Give me that.
No, I think green's the next one.
Where to have green be so late? There we go. And to prove my point, yep.
Okay, that's like one of the last checkpoints of the stage, so... You're a hop, skip, and a jump away from the signpost.
There we go.
The one thing I will give this game is it was very weird about how it did its continue system.
Yeah, because I thought I would have gotten one.
Because it's 10k at the end of the stage.
What?
Yes.
That's so low.
So it rewards you for going very fast, or for having at least 100 rings and reaching the goal.
Ah!
Look at that says.
Ooh. Because I know I brought up the conversation with Neo just to have Solo Star Wars, and we talked about this in the earlier games. You had Buckshot. Your favorite Genesis Sonic is the first one.
Yes.
Which again,
I mentioned previously it is a game heavily tinged in nostalgia because it is literally one of my first.
yeah, again, same argument with me and Mario 64. I can't unmarry that experience.
I thought you were gonna say something else when you leveraged the counter you registered in.
Get up there! Oh, am I stuck?
You can go all the way back and take the lift back up, because you're still within an early section of the area. that would be it.
But yeah, no, I did. Again, I don't think.
It's right below you.
Alright, let's go again!
I find this one to some degree easy, but the first section I think is kind of hard.
Back to having the lines again. Okay, I see what it's made of. Oop, I actually saw that this time. Fucker.
Oh, the slow line. And that's the end of the ring, so... for the most part.
It's not Sonic's hand. Whose red wrist is that? I know it's meant to be Sonic's hand, but it also, no it isn't.
You know what pays to do those loops? They end up being very lucrative.
Yeah, but also you gotta be consistent with them. Fuck!
Alright, am I thinking of the right one? Is this the one where the third segment is collect rings, then jump through big rings of spike ball bombs? Oh no, it's this one. The...
Oh god, I have hard desync tails! There we go. Put them back.
Okay, no, it is the one I was thinking. So after every set of rings, be prepared to jump. Yeah, done. This is the last turn.
Okay, why was 5 so hard?
I mean, I think 5's on the easier side, but I am definitely of a differing opinion on that one. Again, multiplayer.
Yeah. Now
I
that,
have practice in that you don't.
I think Sonic 2 is one of the Sonic games in terms of the Genesis era, I played the least, which is weird to say given, you know, most people consider this one tied with the as the best compared with 3.
Now, unfortunately, 7's a ballbuster.
Well, at least I already got it.
I think one of the other special stages did this earlier, where there's just bombs constantly in the middle.
Not as frequent as these.
That's the entirety of how this particular section begins.
God, I can barely see the damn ring packs even with the 3D.
I think it felt on the actual Genesis game, or the original before we had this.
Yeah. But like, even with like how the stage is curved up, I just could not see anything.
The ring totals you need are also fairly high between all of these. You want a good buffer going into this third section, because the third section is hard to get rings in.
No, stay up there.
That is just barely enough.
Ugh.
Alright. They are very scattered in this section.
Damn it, Tails! Tails!
That was you. Tails had no rings there.
I couldn't see either. Was it 210?
It was 210. You have a little bit more time.
210 myself.
Just do not eat shit here and you're good.
Oh,
that's it.
Oh god, why?
Yeah, no, it does that for the last one. I forgot to mention that.
Good thing I had the warning still up. It's not that bad, but whatever. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ruin the soundtrack. The legendary Supersonic.
Oh, this playthrough is gonna go by quickly.
Oh wait, this actually has a, there it is.
Yeah, I think I give it a proper button in this.
Yeah, they just don't have a visual indicator like Air does. At least I can still listen to boss music. Favorite look of Supersonic?
Classically, or just in general?
Because there's been some shifts and tweaks to Supersonic over the years, as well as, like, maybe if you prefer a comic version or something, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of the more modern depictions have been perfectly fine in my eyes.
I'm biased to that version. I like the longer spikes of Classic, but they are so straight up it looks a little goofy to me. Because he's all head quill, whereas the shape that he has in modern iterations, one, I think just looks a little bit more distinct, and it kind of helps fix the proportions a little bit. Whereas in Classic, looks fine. I actually kind of prefer the longer quills, but it looks so goofy.
I want to say they technically went back to the pseudo, like, longer stand-up quill look in more modern games.
It's kind of a hybrid.
Because he had, like, the weird side quills for a while.
Yeah, he looked almost like him and Shadow had the same head in Super. Which I think in some ways was intentional.
It was probably intentional in 2, probably for production reasons. But that was the case in Adventure 1 as well, so...
Yeah. I like the SA 1 and 2 look. They've kind of reverted that. But the more modern versions are fun. They kind of are a nice balance between those two. But I unlike
to the end of Act 1.
Gee, we actually get to play the fucking game now. But
yeah, the one immediately coming to mind, I think, is actually Unleashed.
Not a bad version either. That one is pretty clean looking. Plus, you get it right at the fucking start of the game with the opening wizard.
And you get it at the end.
Yeah. And that CG opening is still probably one of the best things that came out of that game.
It's a really good movie.
That's Metal Gear Solid 4.
Ouch.
I played it. I am allowed to give it that insult. I have finished that game.
I'll get to playing the Metal Gear games after Solid 1 at some point. I'm so used to the Mania version of the stage. Born.
I'm much more used to the original because I've actually played a lot of the early game of Sonic 2.
Shit. Ah. Fuck. Goddamn tube.
To be fair, there's no way to completely dodge this section. You can just start high enough to where the water's not a problem.
Yep.
And the motion's always the same, at least.
Yeah.
And the air is right above you, so I'm not in any danger here.
I don't have the 90s era level of trauma when it comes to that thing, but it's still a fucking unfun segment. No, Supersonic can't save you. The fucker still needs oxygen despite going Super Saiyajin.
Except when he's in space.
For some reason.
Everyone can
now
play
for one of
space.
the easiest bosses in the entire classic series.
I got jealous.
It doesn't help that I think, based on where you started when he came in, he may have positioned himself differently. That, or if I've forgotten, maybe they actually made that boss less choosable in this version. Did you know there's a thing down there? Because I do.
I also feel like I missed check.
No, they made him less cheesable.
Ah, fuck! I mean, it's probably...
They moved him, because he's normally on the side, you jump over, you bounce on him 8 times, you call it a day.
Yeah, it's because of the 69 by 9 stuff.
I probably got caught off guard the same way when I played this particular build.
I think this also should have Old Hidden Palace, that's what I'm gonna have to call it.
Yes, that is in this build. It's in a pit in Mystic Cave.
Yeah, I don't think that does anything in this other than for the giggle of it.
Is it not one of the achievements? That one I could have seen them keeping.
Probably. I don't
Double
know.
check.
Yeah. I assume it's an achievement, but otherwise there's no reason for it to be there other than for the giggle. It's the only most complete of the prototype stages.
No, but getting a jackpot in Casino Night is apparently one of them.
Oh, fuck. Also, I keep thinking Casino Night was Act 3. No, it's Act 4?
Casino Night is Zone 4. Aquatic Ruin is 3.
Yeah, I almost forgot the name of the stage for a second. God, this stage is busy. Sorry. Need speed. There we go.
I mean, you apologize, but I can't even hear your game audio on the end I'm watching, so...
You're just, you actually were pretty in sync.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tells you how much I know my classic Sonic music. Also, this is just one of the more catchy songs from Classic in general.
Not one that sticks to my mind, but there's very... Ugh, excuse me. My sound detector. There's very few, like, especially in terms of the main Trilla Quartet, whatever you want to fucking call it, of the Genesis Sonic games. There's very few bad songs.
Yeah, but I think the reason that this is one of the more memorable ones is that it is one of the shorter loops.
Yeah, I think that's the one reason I don't like it as much, is that it's a shorter loop, but again, it's still a good beat. But in terms
reminds me of dance. It reminds me a bit of dance music, honestly.
Put it in a more...
Why a nice bubble.
No, I shouldn't be alive.
Bubbles are not very generous in Aquatic Ruins, so... That's why I try to avoid them as much as I can. That's gonna take you up top. There's an enemy near the top, though. Just be warned.
Literally couldn't see it.
That guy.
Couldn't see it. Thanks, Parallax Scrolling.
Now, can you still cheese this fucker? Yes.
Barely. Yeah, because of it being widescreen, it's a lot harder. But you...
It being wider, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
Because you can't bounce on him, you have to go back onto the pillar. And I think technically you could, like, spin dash from the top, but there are ways to do it.
Yeah, it's not as free as the original Genesis version.
Yeah, no, that was a Genesis trick, definitely. The widescreen definitely breaks that boss a little more.
Yeah, 2 feels like it's rife with issues of being fucked with the 16 by 9 because the Sonic 1 bosses were always much more crammed in compared to the ones in 2.
Could also just be how they were coded.
Probably. 2 was bashed out in less than a year. They got bullied in making this thing hard. And ironic, it's considered one of the best games on the system, but it shouldn't be.
I mean, I don't personally agree with that opinion.
I mean, well, Scarlet's because it got the reason it was so loved is because it was bundled with your fucking console. But yeah, no, 2 has a lot of love, but it shouldn't even be a good game, honestly. Just because it got bashed out so quickly and so maliciously, basically. Granted, I think... Correct me if I'm wrong, given what dev stories we do know. I don't think there's been a single Sonic game with a good dev cycle. that I can...
I do not recall, although I know it's even with the delay for Frontiers, there were still problems that we made aware of later, I suppose.
Yeah, well, Frontiers, you can tell just by looking at that game that, like, this feels incomplete.
We know it's incomplete.
Yeah, well, that's also why we had, like, the year of updates and shit, and even then it's still...
No. Even leaving aside the DLC and that sort of thing, there's indications that there was an entire island that was cut from the game, given many other things that involved.
That,
as well as some story threads that Eggman mentions, but are not actually in the game when you actually hear the spoken logs he has.
Gotcha.
So, like, no, Sonic Frontiers is very much unfinished.
Which
even
again,
with the DLC.
yeah, which is funny given the fact that has, I think, one of the longer dev cycles.
It did.
So it's funny that it still was fucking undercooked. But, and I don't want to disparage it, 'cause I need to finish it, but also,
I have it said that the biggest enemy of Sega is Sega itself.
Holy shit, got that achievement done. But yeah, well, that's the problem with, like, any game development, is that usually the problem with getting a game out is usually the problem of either the devs can't fucking stop making the game, or fucking Corpo making the game, getting out too fucking early. For personal beef right now, given what got announced last night, see what happened to Fate Extra Record. I'm very bitter right now. For mini context, that game got delayed again because they lost their publisher. Fucking Banco decided to pull out for whatever reason, we don't know. Oh, I forgot about these guys.
They're annoying.
Annoying, but they're a fun design.
They are, but they're still annoying. My statement still stands. There were flippers on the other side, so...
Go up.
Yeah, with the that's what I'm saying. Go to the other side with the flipper. There you go.
I mean, given this is the game that truly started the theme, favorite Sonic Casino levels, is that a conversation?
I mean, this one is built to some degree up there for me. I don't know if I would call it my favorite casino level in the series. Although, if I'm being blunt, if I'm being blunt, if it counts, it's Bingo Highway. But
Close enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sonic Heroes for me.
Casino Park and Bingo Highway are very well themed.
I don't like him as much because I got stuck there a lot as a kid. But I also can't argue that not being a good choice either. That is one of the better takes.
Also, thematically, shoutouts to Casino Paradise Zone for Advance.
Never played that far in Advance, but fair enough.
It's the third zone.
In Advance 1, I barely got past the first one. Advance 2 and 3, I got slightly farther, but even then, not by much.
Honestly, in part of Casino, the Bingo Highway and that sort of thing, the reason why I tend to like it is both the aesthetics and the music. I know that people don't like it as much because of some of the objectives, especially with the Chaotix as your main team. But still, it's got the vibe correctly. It's why we tend to see it so often in the racing games.
Yeah.
Plus the whole bit of we don't want to reference the music of the Genesis era, so we're just gonna bring back the Sonic Heroes stages as
because they are themed. They're close enough, yeah. Which I swear they...
We also have Casinopolis, but Casino Park is way more memorable.
Wait,
I'm saying...
What did you pronounce it? No, how did you pronounce it again?
Casinopolis.
You did not
No,
say, you did not say it like that the first time.
Yeah.
Casinopolis.
Did I say Casinopolis?
Casinopolis. You know,
That's
I'm not paying attention.
which I mean,
yeah, no, I'm not. I don't mean to pull your leg on that one, but it's one of those that it kind of got me by surprise. Oh, it was said.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck? I was like, where the did we get the
To be
buckshot?
fair, I mispronounce shit a lot.
I had to correct you on Burn It.
That still doesn't register. You're gonna have to keep an on that one, I'm sure.
Like, I'm not as big of a gemstone freak as some of our other buddies, but I'm up there.
So is it Iron
The
City?
funny thing is, one of my
or-
siblings loves gemstones and rocks, so
You're not playing the right game for that one, Neo. Save it for the for next week.
Oh.
Also, Hydro City.
you doing that one in one go, by the way?
Yes,
Okay, just making sure.
it's gonna be a brisk 3 hours.
It will be on the longer side. That game is usually like a 2-hour playthrough, but
I'm
Well,
overestimating 3 hours, but also I
Knuckles
played.
campaign.
I'm not touching. There's no point to do Knuckles campaign.
What do you mean? There's no point.
No fucking point. It's the same game. I haven't done Trips Run in Superstars either. It's the same fucking game.
with one different final boss and more health on all the bosses and harder levels.
Barely harder. It's more spikes. Whoopity fucking doodah. And in the case of Knuckles, it's in Sonic 3, it's even worse. It's the same game, yeah, up until you get Super Mecha Sonic, sure. And as much as I am a fan of Super Mario Bros. Z, that is not a good reason to go back to play the same game over again just for one final fight. The alternate routes aren't much different either.
I mean, it's how I first heard Doomsday Zone and the final boss theme for 3. Because the barrel existed.
Yeah.
And I was too young to know how to deal with the barrel properly.
But yeah, if I do a Knuckles run, maybe that's a separate stream entirely. And if I feel like, because the problem is, I don't, especially because we're doing it back to back. I'm like, I already enjoyed Sonic 3. I'm good. I don't want to be doing
Well,
it
Knuckles' campaign at least has different level paths for the most part in 3.
barely. That's what I was saying. I'm like, it's not much different.
I mean, Angel Island Act 2 is an entirely different stage.
Yeah, and it's also
So,
kind of worse.
So how are you handling Sonic Heroes?
I don't think we're going that far.
It's just like, I'm only doing Origins because it's one package. If I'm gonna be doing Adventure 2 anytime soon, that's gonna be a bit of a punt. Hell, I already did SA1, like, last year? Like, I'm already
Great time to go super.
I thought there was more level. Legitimately, I thought there was more level.
I was about to say, this little checkpoint at the end here, I've used to get emeralds before.
To
Yeah,
be completely honest, while I do like the music for Hilltop Zone, it is the most forgettable song in the
It
series
is.
for me.
I would say in Classic it is definitely among the most forgettable. Aesthetically, it is a reskinned Emerald Hill with a very different background.
yeah. Like
It's a reskin Emerald Hill with a different background and the gimmick for Marvel Zone.
Yeah. I think my
And Starlight.
I think my other problem with the music is that depending on the where it is in the station, it sounds like Weed music.
Not as much as Mushroom Hill.
Not as much, but Mushroom Hill gets a little bit away from that sounding like Weed music, but it ain't helping it either. I was more thinking of the usual association with getting high music. Fucking World 7's map theme in Mario 3.
That one was Pipeland.
Smoke him if you got him. Nope, smoking is bad.
The pipeline I associate with stocks.
There's also that, but
This too.
a lot of people are usually high on drugs when they're doing stocks.
It's been too long.
Same. Honestly, that was on my docket before I decided the Origin stuff instead was doing either Mario 1 or Mario 3.
You know, speaking of that, one of the responses I got from the drawings I posted earlier yesterday,
Yeah.
whatever, was I love Fortune Street.
Let's not have Papa go to Fortune Street. Or do. Crash the stock market. Fuck it.
For that, I will need to make them 3D models.
Man, I don't even think you could do custom 3D models in Fortune Street per model.
Funny thing is, if I remember correctly, you already drew a Papa on Fortune Street attire. It was a much older thing.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds like it. I don't even remember it right now, but my memory.
Because I think it was when you were making individual drawings for all the Smash characters, and I think you had Hero playing Fortune Street, but you had him landing on a property that was owned by Popo.
Right, the fucking Smash Doodles from like way back. Holy shit, that was a while ago.
Man, I've done so much shit that I don't remember all of this.
At some point, you need to make your own Buru just to host your art better.
The one now?
Like how Proton John has the Proton Buru. Buru is like a server backend to doing your own like art gallery service for pretty cheap. Do one.
I was gonna say, I guess the question is, how much does it cost to uptake? Or
I'm-
upkeep, rather.
I mean, wouldn't with enough bits and bobs, the answer is how cheap a machine he can host in his own fucking place.
I've been told I should probably get my own website, but it's a case of hosting more so than anything.
Yeah, the hosting's gonna be the harder part of anything. And saying as someone who literally has a web server on their desk. Half the reason I'm even okay with doing streaming this right now is, God, I need a break from that! Fuck me,
Mystic Cave is one of those zones where my opinion on the zone definitely varies on the day.
I like it thematically. Its music's fine. It's not my favorite, but it has a good vibe to it. But
Musically, I actually quite like it, both it and its two-player variant. It's more that the level itself I have interesting ties to, because it has a lot of neat little secrets, and some interesting pathing you can take, but the boss is a boss I do not like.
the boss is a thing, and I think we're gonna skip
But
it.
there's a reason for that. And the reason is because if you die to the boss, there are no rings between the last checkpoint and the boss.
Oh, that's a bit of a goof. So I think it's the Pit of Doom you gotta do to get the...
Yes, the Pit of Doom is where Mystic Cave is, and you get a different boss and skip this entire skip the entire second act by doing it. It's in Act 2.
Oh, okay. As I was trying to remember, I thought the pit was here. My bad. No. It's not gonna be hard to find that damn pit. It has the stupid long bridge.
No, but I think you need to... I want to say you need to stick on the lower path.
I probably gonna
There's a
do
couple paths you can take through Act 2.
It's weird having only one act variance for...
That wasn't a thing till 3.
Yeah, and again, you think I'd be commenting on that, like, fucking, last couple games, but yeah, I like having the alternate variants for...
You go left of this wall, there's a checkpoint.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I've gotten an emerald from in there.
Fair enough. That's a Sonic 3S level, secret, honestly.
There are a couple of those in this game. I know the position of like 2 or 3 weird checkpoints in Chemical Plant for the same reason. You have not passed it yet. You still have it coming up. I think you want to go low soon, though. Like, even right there, I think is where you want to start going low to reach it. Unless I'm wrong, in which case I'll just fight the boss of this zone and move on, but... I haven't done this path too much, like trying to get to Mystic Cave. And... maybe not. Yeah, I do not know anymore. I hope I have not taken you on the wrong path by accident. Oh, it's that pit. which just uses the two-player Mr. King music.
I thought it had its own song. Or was that...
It did, but they didn't use it in this adaptation.
I'm also trying to remember if that... No, because there is an unused song in the sound test.
Yes.
And I think everyone associated that song for this.
Yes. But
Yeah,
they didn't use it when calling back to this level. But the not they did.
well, no, because the level was done. Like, we, because of, like, looking into the game's files and the prototypes
Yeah,
and
I think
stuff.
Act 1 was done, 2 I don't think was.
I don't think there was ever an intended Act 2. Because the theory is, once you got all 7 emeralds, you did Hidden Palace to unlock Supersonic. That was the original idea.
Obviously that didn't have to do with coding issues.
Coding issues, development crunch, and, that's also why we lost so many zones of items in Sonic 2, because there was a lot of ideas that were just caught on the floor because they needed the game out. It barely got a year of development, and they were intending this game to be almost as big as what we ended up getting with Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Now, again, this was supposed to have a time travel element just like Sonic CD, except it would be more active to the story and plot. Where as you beat zones, you would travel forward and backwards in time. This is really pissed. To go to different acts and zones. Which is a cool idea. But I could also see with the dev crunch they had, they needed a game out the fucking door. I can see why they just made this just Sonic 1 before. I've seen the spread of this, but now witnessing it in action is just hilarious. The egg tuba.
Bravo.
The egg brass. How the hell am I supposed to... Fuck!
You might need some assistance with that.
I think you need to use the explosive, like... I think the explosives, like, propel you up some more to, like, Hydro. At least for the big one, it did.
Yeah. What the fuck is the small one supposed to do to make it easier to hit him?
And I want to say if you're going to aiming at the front, you can still hit him, but you can't hit him from the bottom.
Yeah, he kind of has...
Maybe you do have to wait for the big one then.
He is, yeah, he's purposely moving out of his way really hard.
Oh, that was it. There you go. You do not get much time to hit him. They definitely tried to make this a more, like, you know, sturdy boss.
Yeah. This does not feel like a Sonic 2 fight. This feels like a fight from 3. Or even future games, really. It's not a bad fight, but also this is not a Genesis Sonic fight. I think I need like 2 more hits.
I want to say it's also possible that during this particular version, like during Origins, they may have made him harder to hit.
Probably. Also, that delicious Genesis twang.
Genesis tuba.
The Genesis brown note.
Do you think he got this tuba from Stardust Speedway?
Play?
Because technically this game happens after CD.
Yeah. Since you are done with that, I will keep in mind that that is what the original Hidden Palace of 2 is going to sound like.
I mean, I'll probably pull it up on test later, because I think you can do sound test on this.
Yes, it's usually song 10, but I think only when you initially go in.
And we say fuck you to the drill and spike boss.
Hello, Oil Ocean.
I always keep thinking there's a zone in between Mystic Cave and Oil Ocean that wasn't Hidden Palace.
No, Oil Ocean's always been 7th.
I think after this is Metropolis.
Yep.
I always keep thinking there's an extra zone or two in whose
In
lineup.
between.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't help that Sky Chase, Wing Fortress, and Death Egg are after that, and that's it. So.
Yeah, and they're all one notes.
Part of it is because Sonic 2 feels a little bit disjointed at times.
Oh, that, and again, I'm used to 3, which 3 is hella longer because it's, you know...
Well, it is longer, yes, but it also has stage transitions which help you remind you where you go next.
Yeah. Hell, they grafted it a little better from Launch Base into Mushroom Hill. Usually by adapting the fucking Sonic 3, or Sonic & Knuckles intro into it. But I don't know if this,
This was the one that did it, yes.
well, I know Air had a version as well. I'm trying to remember if, my brain's trying to work. If they made it to where you can still fight Big Arm and then go into Mushroom Hill, because a lot of the time that got skipped. 'Cause there's like,
I forget.
usually most stuff gives you the fucking the 2 turret fights and that's it. You don't get the Big Arm fight. Because it makes Launch Base end up having 3 boss fights.
It's part of why Big Arm is nasty, is because he is after 2 other boss fights.
Yeah.
Also, you know, thinking about it,
You are
another
lucky
reason
to be
why...
alive.
I know.
Also, thinking about it, another reason why it probably feels disjointed that we're going so quickly with Sonic 2. Probably because we're also confusing things in terms of the order with Mania.
Yeah.
I am, definitely.
Well, the funny thing is that while it is not Zone 7 in Mania, it is still technically in the same position in Mania as it is in 2, which is the 4th to last zone. Well, no, actually it's 5th to last zone. I just did numbers again. It depends on whether you count Sky Chase and Wing Fortress or not at that point.
I kinda do.
I think I do to some extent as well.
No point in not having them be a pair. I just wish Death Egg actually was a stage in 2. It isn't until 3.
Also, everybody hates this zone, I like it.
I prefer the Mania version, mostly because I can set this place on fucking fire.
I think
You
there were
see,
two.
then it makes it worthwhile terrorist activity.
I think the 2 reasons I like it are, one, it is very visually different from like every zone in Classic.
As
A lot
much...
of it is a big secondary colors.
Okay, for colors, I'll give you that, yeah. I was gonna say, design-wise, I'm like, no different than Chemical Plant, which is in the same fucking game.
Also, a little bit unfortunate that we're getting the Middle East level based around oil.
Well, Middle East needs music, at least. Which, again, Sonic 2, really good with diversifying, despite being on the Genesis, having some good, sound variety. I'm giving the compliments when I can. I'm usually a SNES show when it comes to the 90s war. Given the game I played fucking Friday, gee, I wonder why. I like me some Genesis twang here and there, but that guitar though, it's delicious.
Can you imagine Mega Man X3 on this on the Genesis?
The funny thing is there's a hack of Sonic 2 that lets you play as X.
I was also gonna comment the fact there's a Saturn version of X3 technically.
Isn't that just basically the PS1 version?
No, it's worse.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that one was technically a bootleg, I think.
Ah, that was why.
Because I think it's missing a couple Mavericks and shit, and yeah, it doesn't. But it sounds like crappy Genesis, not good Genesis. Honestly, given my disdain for, I actually think the Genesis sound font would work for Sonic, or for Sonic. X3.
Yes, it's Genesis sound font works for Sonic.
Yeah, sometimes
There
it
is
doesn't.
actually-
Spinball.
Yeah, there's a remix of Last North After Pink's playthrough has been in my rotation. That is a Genesis-style remix.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the Genesis sound font for X3s actually would kind of work.
It would be, in my opinion, I think it would diversify its sound a little more than what it does.
The 3 not as good synth guitars, yeah.
And now for a something.
Always looks like a nose to me.
This submarine is not sponsored by Octopus. It's gonna come back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took too long getting to him the first time, so he had too much health left.
I like the menace of this boss theme, but it's not my favorite of the Genesis era Eggman themes.
If we're talking like my favorite, like, not including the final boss things, because Big Arm's like my favorite song in Sonic, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
The mid-boss theme from Sonic and Knuckles has always been one I've been partial to.
Oh.
Despite how short it is like to me the perfect standoff music. I'm specifically saying the Knuckles one, not the one from 3.
Yeah. It's been invented.
The one from 3 is the one with the come on, that is what this one Knuckles back.
Yeah. Because again, last time I played 3 was with Air, where I used bow.
I forget, I think this version might use both, but I forget. Actually, no, I think it is just the Sonic and Knuckles one.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's just the Sonic and Knuckles one, because that's, the come on may probably be Jackson.
It probably is.
God damn it.
Well,
Which, actually, here's the thing. I modded it. We're gonna have the old music back. I'm not putting in the prototype.
That's true, yeah.
Because, fuck you, I want a proper fucking launch base.
I was gonna say you want the proper dopey sounding Carnival Night.
To be fair, I would say that in terms of like the older, like the beta or whatever you want to call it, soundtrack, Casino Nights I find is fine.
Carnival Night.
Carnival Night, sorry.
We're playing 2, Casino, I get that.
Yeah, no, we were in 2, so my brain went to 2s. Ice Caps I don't particularly like. Launch Base Act 2 is okay, Launch Base Act 1 is a travesty.
Yeah, like, for most of them, give me the Jackson tracks. I've heard, Carnival Night's the one I usually tend to hear from talking about the prototype music. It's probably one of the better ones, but I actually still prefer the original, partly out of nostalgia at this point, but also, I think it fits the actual Carnival vibe better. Especially with the coloration they ended up going for in the final product. If it was like I want to say the beta one's a lot brighter. If they went with that, the beta song would work. But because they darkened it up, I'd rather have the Jackson track.
You know, I will put it this way, they were scrapped for a reason.
Yeah. And again, give me fucking Jackson Ice Cap any day. I don't fucking care if it just sounds like an actual Michael Jackson song. It's good though. God damn it!
Maybe use the switch and the spring to get onto the higher nut instead of taking the lower nut up to the higher nut.
Nut. Tails, you gonna help? Tails!
How's he doing that, by the way?
Don't worry about it. Have you guys ever considered how his tail spin?
Butt rotation.
I don't question that.
So we're gonna bust
See,
down
the
the
thing that
fucking
is a little
Sonic
bit-
Aviation.
See, the thing that is a little bit freaky to me more so than anything is the fact that Tails can spin dash and the Tails use tails. Like,
Current
what the
limitations.
hell is this polymoving shifting around to accomplish that?
Don't worry about it.
His body is bending over backwards.
You want an actual answer, Neo?
Cartoon physics.
I was gonna go with Kingdom Hearts. Shut up! Oh god!
You do realize you're in a section of the level that endlessly loops until you get to the exit.
Fucking labyrinth zone ass bullshit.
And this is the zone that gets 3 zones.
3 acts.
3 acts,
Three
yeah.
acts.
I have never seen it loop that fucking hard before. God damn. Also, the zone that was originally.
Actually, Metropolis, but with lava.
I was also gonna comment that this had the fucking beta name of Genocide City. God
Yeah,
I
damn.
thought that was just one of the beta zones.
Both.
From what I remember, that's not actually well considered.
Either way, Genocide City. God damn, that is a name. Like,
I will want to say that's mostly fanon.
no. We have official documentation. Yeah. It's more guessing what the fuck Genocide City was meant for, because some people assumed at some points it was a chemical plant. It also could have been Metropolis, but yeah, the big thing we do know is that, yeah, they had a name of Genocide City written on the storyboards, and then someone from the English office looked at that and went like, good? Guys, we need to talk.
I always forget what the name of this big clawed crab is.
Grab meat.
No, that's the ones from 1.
Shellcrackers? I think Shellcracker. You got Astrons, Shellcrackers, and fucking Slicers.
This is a shellcracker.
Also, that'd also be a crap pun, so...
Yeah, it's a shellcracker. Alright.
Either way, fuck them.
Every Vadic in this zone is equally annoying.
Slicers get an extra fuck you, though.
They do because their projectile, homes in on you to a degree.
Homes in and
But
fucking just toes.
But I hate the Starfish and Shellcracker just as much.
Yeah, they all suck. And they keep coming back.
They are just the perfect trifecta of pain. Just, slicers.
Yeah. Look, I've been trying to hold back the fucking Supersonic if for any reason. I want to listen to the music too. But fuck me, as much as I like Metropolis' own theme, I will fucking go super at a moment's notice!
Something I will note that is weird about this version that I forgot about is that the normal gears are smooth. That wasn't the case originally. These were smooth, like these jointed ones, but not the standard gears.
Yeah, because they were chunky sprites. Whoop! Nope! Right, I can't get Nuclear Sonic in this.
So that could have been death. There are times where that is actually death.
Game. Tails!
Doing it again.
By the way, how are you doing that?
Don't worry about it. The Emerald's power allows me to feel.
That's Knuckles, you idiot.
The same difference.
That would have been death if you didn't make that jump.
I'm waiting.
This seems like a good time for a word from our sponsor.
Give me money.
Because this is just an auto-scroller.
We can begin reading donations.
Render,
That's the joke I'm basically going for.
Render did give a hundo a little bit ago, but I think he went off work now. I think it's just working. The comments have been quiet.
Well, yeah, just getting started. We're not completely out of serious.
I mean, it would also help you guys were riding the actual Twitch thing too, because we're help our affiliate. I know I have the Discord feed up and all that, but kinda need the actual views.
True. I think... Yeah, you're right.
One of those things where I don't want to be a dick about saying it like that, but
Well, it's more... I forgot that the view count was important. I knew followers were.
follows are important, view, total hours, and people actively watching. Yep. That's why I'm like, the biggest thing screwing me up right now is the active viewers, especially with the whole, lurkers don't count anymore, or at least don't count as much. That is a problem.
Well, I haven't logged on Twitch yet.
Probably should do that.
At some point.
I think it's always funny about this is it is just taking a direct rip from Ring Fortress's stage and just flying it right by you.
Ring Fortress.
Yeah, I realize I said it wrong.
I think you were combining it with Ring Racers, honestly. I don't even think it has a Wing Fortress.
Okay, yeah, no, there are enough rings to become super in this stage, not that you need to.
It's like, yeah, not that you need to, and I think if you do, it fucks up Tails.
That should be the end right there. Basically, 3 loops of the song and you're out.
I feel like that should have a boss fight in there.
Ikaruga!
Sonic 4 definitely did it. Because the last zone in Sonic 4 Episode 2 before the Death Egg was Sky Chasing Wing Fortress again.
Yup, because it's Sonic. I don't think I've ever actually finished Episode 2.
I think Episode 2 was fine. I think it's better than Episode 1, even though that's not a very high bar.
As to say, the bar there is about close to the floor, dude.
Because it actually has new bosses.
Yeah, which I think that alone helps. I still wish it was more than 4 fucking zones apiece.
Like my favorite thing about the first boss in Sonic 4 Episode 2 is the fact that it does the thing you expect it to, since it's supposed to be an aquatic ruin type level. And it shows you the pillars, but then the actual boss comes in and slaps them the fuck away.
Yeah.
It's a good subversion of expectation. I think you're taking a shortcut.
Sega selling
Right.
a game as an Sega setting Sonic 4 as an episode that gave these peak hubris on the part.
Well, again, it was meant to be a fucking mobile game. It was never meant to be an actual big project until they realized they could. It was meant to be Sonic the Portable. Which, horrible name, by the way? Holy branding fuck up. Because Sonic is weirdly a series that if you do the full, like, his full legal name, you leave it as just Sonic the Hedgehog. You don't try to fuck with it.
Yeah, you make it sound like he's turned into a Game Gear.
I'm become marketable. Ah!
Portable, not marketable.
Same difference. I know what those fucking little bastards at Nintendo did. Fucking Pocket Monster assholes.
They just remind you of...
I thought we were talking about Mini Mario for a moment there.
That's it.
That just
Also him.
That just reminds me of a stupid beat in Sonic Boom, where Sonic says, "Reliable is my second name," and Knuckles just retorts, "I thought your second name was Ted."
Yeah. I know he has an actual legal name because of Archie comic bullshit, but
Maurice.
ugh, no, Sonic.
I thought it was Maurice at least.
I don't recall. I'm not looking it up right now.
Sonic's actual name. Actually, Maurice is his middle name.
Yeah.
Ogilvy Maurice Wentworth.
Yeah, I know Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Fuckhead, yeah. That is peak Archie bullshit right there. No, let's never give Sonic an actually speakable legal name. His name is Sonic the Hedgehog. Slayer bitches and cunt splashing.
And thus, cheesable loss. The lasers
Delicious.
You just don't get crushed.
He brings that
I
back
those
for better.
floating platforms with your being invincible can crush you. Extra life in the in like the actual front of the ship.
And one of the most what the hell moments in the early franchise. First of all, Tails was quick. I was there for under 2 minutes and he strapped a rocket booster onto the goddamn lane. When he got
Supposedly, how old is Tails again?
6.
Good thing this 6-year-old can pilot a plane.
But also,
He's 8 in Heroes.
so may as well be 6 in Classic. But also, what the fuck?
Is there the genius?
I'm normal going what the fuck on Sonic, holding on to the goddamn space shuttle at this point.
I guess the next question to ask is, how used are you to 2's endgame?
Enough.
Because no rings, 2 bosses.
Yep.
By the way, shout out to Shadow. Because of how Sonic has just fallen from atmosphere plenty of times, and Shadow does it once and he cannot survive it.
Well, he did. He just got knocked the fuck out. Sonic, meanwhile, does it a couple games later, twice in a fucking row, and walks it off.
Ultimate life for my ass!
Oh, what the? Whoops.
You cannot jump on the back of his head.
I went a little too far. But yeah, Shadow falls off while still in super form, mind you, gets amnesia. Sonic does it, losing his super form. He walks it off like a champ. Twice!
Again, ultimate life for my butt.
Also, don't forget to see him, and we didn't bring it up much with Metal in CD's run. Favorite Robo Sonic?
The toy from Sonic Robo.
Metal is the best option, that's why he came back. I have a soft spot for Mecha. Or Mecha Mark II 3's version. Gee, why wonder why? Maybe I should start quoting Cooler or something.
Lego Sonic.
Sure.
pattern's always the same.
Yeah, I was really thinking he was gonna go down, not up. That was my bad. Yeah, I like Metal as my actual favorite, but Mecha has a soft spot for me because, not even, Sonic 3. It's, Super Mario Bros. Z. I don't mind Mecha 1 here, slash Silver Sonic, whatever the fuck you wanna call him. Because he has 3 different goddamn names. I like the idea of a chunky, like, tank-based Mecha Sonic, but I feel like Mark II does it better.
It's weird how Eggman had the same idea 3 times in a row.
Back to back, even, when you consider...
I did say in a row.
Well, like, CD to 2 to 3, we don't know... Well, 2 to 3 we know the time span for. That is instant-fucking-taneous. But... yeah, he makes 2 mechas back-to-back, but then also has the sleekest shit Metal in the meantime.
Regarding the Game Gear stuff, there's also a Game Gear Silver Sonic.
Game Gear Silver, and then Metal comes back in Triple Trouble.
Dude, at some point you want to realize that it's not gonna work out.
I kind of wish any of the Mecha slash Metal Sonics got used more in active plot stuff again, because I think the last time we used Metal in a proper plot was Rivals 2? I'm not counting Frontiers.
The Metal Sonics do not figure in Frontiers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought he was one of the one of the duplicates in that.
No.
Fuck it. There was 4 sets of there was 4 different duplicates. Who was Shadow, Zavok, Chaos.
Oh, Forces, not Frontiers.
Yeah, you said the wrong game. Forces.
Wrong F. My bad. Yeah, I thought
Press
Metal.
F.
He is used as a visage in Forces, yes.
But he isn't even a boss fight.
No, he is technically a proper boss fight.
Oh fuck.
Which is essentially just another take on the,
Of the ones you have, as there you mentioned there, Chaos and Shadow you do not fight.
Yeah, because I remember like half of them you don't. That I got confused.
You fight Zavok, and Metal Sonic you fight because there's the remix of Bad Future Present.
Oh.
Or Bad Future US, rather. Bad Future US.
Thanks for correct. I haven't played Forces. I've only seen it, and because of the commentary I watched, I couldn't hear the fucking audio either. Thanks.
But it is effectively, and the thing too is Infinite basically takes that same fight and reskins it later.
Because fucking shoestring budget that game. I am rushing so hard against Silver here. Dear God, thank God I'm not using actual life system.
Rushes it for another 13 years.
Yes! But as I was trying to say with, like, Metals and Mechas, we haven't seen them in a while. I jumped. Fuck.
Technically, Superstars does have a metal or variation, but kind of customizes.
Oh,
so.
yeah, that had Chaos Sonic, or whatever the fuck it was called. Nobody liked him. Or, no, that was also in, I'm thinking of Prime on that one.
You were definitely thinking of Prime.
There's the metal in that, yeah, but...
But the metal is one you can customize, so...
Yeah, because I had it be Mecha because of the pre-order bonus. And this Mecha, not like the 3's Mecha. Hitboxes are feeling a little weird. But
metal otherwise had no bearing on that plot.
Yeah, it's just there as a fight for a giggle.
And he's just there as a fight thing, which does, so that doesn't count either.
Something, but yeah. But in terms of, I'm more talking like an active plot presence is what I'm asking for. We haven't had that in... Faked myself out again! God damn it! Yeah, I wish they let you have rings in this. To the left. Bonk, bonk.
I am rusty on this fight, but I think there have been times when I've been able to do this fight before he even finishes his second attack.
There we go. Okay.
How's
Honestly,
that thing, robot?
yeah, honestly, what screwed me up was the fucking back part. I didn't remember that as well. This one I know pretty easily. Come on.
Ah, you're gonna try and hit him from the behind.
Huh? Went too early. That was my own hubris. That's him, and I'm into him again!
Yeah, nope, there's no checkpoint.
There we go. Now I'm getting the groove back.
Yeah, Silver is one of those. Silver Sonic's one of those things where it's like, okay, what's this again? Okay, I remember now.
Yeah, I had to get my hand motions back. Also, that's weirdly smooth.
Yeah,
That did not look right. This is supposed to be...
that hatch normally does not close that smoothly.
Ah, I think they fattened his legs in this. It's either that or the thruster still got me.
See, I fight this boss a very dangerous way.
Fuck! Damn it.
Right idea, but
Yeah, I got the angle wrong. Come on. The fuck?
I want to say Silver Sonic has a very strange hitbox. It's something I can remember doing is either spin dashing in front of him to do damage, like on top of him, or standing in such a position where I can just jump up and immediately hit him and then get sent right back to the floor. What actually counts as damage?
There we go.
But no, when I fight Death Egg Robot, I attack it from the front and I will jump at it while the spike hands are still out. If I do it right, I do still kill him in like 2 cycles, but it is very dangerous.
But barely counted. God damn it.
It is very dangerous.
Yeah, 'cause I usually do the butt method, and that gets me a good like 5 or 6 hits. But again, something's weird with the hitboxes in this version.
They'll
I
really
might
check
try
it
to get
instead
that
of
way,
us
so I
there.
will not give you a difference.
Come on, you talking egg! Where are you going?
Oh, that's where you were going.
You know what? Understandable. Have a nice day. Okay. Fire.
Yeah, now you're doing it the right cheese way.
Whoop!
You know, I know that it's an issue of sprites and scales, but it's funny how the first Death Egg Robot is just tiny as shit.
Almost had him. I forgot
That
about
would
the
be I
bomb.
always forget he has those bombs.
Same!
Because he doesn't use them when you stay in front of him.
They usually kill him faster.
He has 12 hits. I know he's the first boss in the entire Sonic series that is more than 8 hits.
Yeah, I believe so. Which, to be fair, he is the final boss. He should be a threat. And it is one of his biggest machines up to this point.
Buckshot, a question. Which of the Sonic games do you feel has the best boss fights? Because this series doesn't generally have those.
Yeah, boss fights have never been this series' strengths.
Can I have a biased opinion?
Maybe.
You're allowed to have a biased opinion. I don't think anybody's stopping anyone from having a biased opinion.
I'm gonna say Adventure 2. They're not great, but they're usually not terrible all around.
As someone who fights him every time he does an SA2 AP, I'm not sure if I feel the same way.
I do too. Not as much as you.
No, I do the whole boss rush.
That's what I was saying. You do boss rush, I don't. But I still gotta do a bunch of bosses anyway. Fucking exhaust is definitely not the size of the spray.
I will say that as quick as they are, I did like the boss fights in Frontiers, but I don't know if I can call that my favorite, though I do really like fighting fucking Egg Wyvern.
There's at least a commitment in Frontiers to fights, I'll give you that. Ooh, some of those drag.
I was gonna say that, and the thing that ruins the Frontier boss fight for me is the fact that there's instant dead QTEs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which isn't, yeah.
Found that out the hard way.
I never liked when those happen in any game.
No, I mean, that's why I think that Rush is like the worst boss design in the series, because there's tons of instant death in those bosses. I am someone who does actually really like the bosses in Rush Adventure. That's because I'm a very big proponent of the boss you can just wail on and dip its HP down.
Ah, dang it. Bouncing physics is not working with me right now.
No, I think I would say Rush Adventure. Rush Adventure just has the bosses I like.
Oh, I mixed myself up there. Good job, me.
Advance 1 also has okay bosses, but I wouldn't say they're anything special. Anybody who's at Advance 2 or 3 has good bosses, though, I think is crazy.
I mean, at least with 2, you got the savior of one small child to clear them out.
I don't know if it's the savior is the child or the child that he comes with.
They're a package deal. God damn it!
But like otherwise, Advance 2's bosses are not like the best designs, and Advance 3 has a couple bosses that I actively dread fighting on any playthrough.
Oh!
Ah, you were just late. But no, I still say the original Rush has the worst boss designs in the entire franchise.
Sure, that was weird. Okay. I never actually finished Rush. I have it. I don't have Revenge.
Rush has some heinous boss design.
It has some heinous everything. I'm sorry, but the fucking stage design ain't great in that one either.
No, it's not.
In general, I do say that the Rush series is a good trilogy.
It has a lot of good ideas.
On the whole, it's a good trilogy, but I would say the original Rush is not a very strong game. Yes, people really like Blaze, and its gameplay formula ended up being very strong, but it has some really bad level designs and bosses I absolutely despise with every fiber of my being.
I love how we're not arguing against the fact that it's a trilogy.
Colors.
Because Colors on DS is technically still a Rush game, in all but name.
Pretty much, yeah. That's all I'm like, I'll allow it. No, here's an opinion for Rush. I know that's gonna get me lynched a little bit. I don't care for the soundtrack.
Not everyone cares about Rush's soundtrack either. Like, it's not my favorite either. There are bits and pieces I like, but is not the type of music I usually listen to.
Yeah,
It was better
Nothing
than
against
Get Set Radio.
Nakanuma. Nakanuma makes catchy things.
yeah,
It was better than Get Set Radio.
yeah. And also, I feel like I'm a bit better in Jet Set. I think Sonic can do funk pretty well, but that style of funk with what the aesthetics were didn't match. You need a more grungy Sonic to do that, and that was very clean Sonic in terms of the level design, or in terms of
And
the
like,
aesthetics.
if I think of the soundtrack, I can usually remember the songs from it. It's just that they are not what I casually listen to, like, at all. Rush Adventure, yes. Rush, no.
Okay, there we go, that's 6.
Rush Adventure to me hits a good sweet spot.
What hit
That
me?
was weird. That was weird timing.
What the fuck?
Like, I'll say it to the end of the arc. Rush has, like, almost every single, if not every single boss in Rush has a means to instant kill.
I mean,
They are telegraphed, for the most part. Doesn't mean I like them.
yeah, and I
And the
don't-
other problem is that majority of the bosses in that game simply just waste your time.
yeah, which tends to be a big default for Sonic games with boss fights, is to make you fucking just sit there and pick your nose. Just
The
not-
other thing, too, that will frustrate some people is I think the default difficulty for Rush is normal difficulty.
Not that even had
All
difficulty
normal
select.
difficulty does is, I think, make some enemy placements more difficult. Make bosses take 2 more hits to kill, and possibly make boss patterns a little more annoying.
Sonic with difficulty select doesn't feel right, I'm sorry.
And it's been a dim staple in every advanced game and the Rush games.
I don't agree with it. It's one of those things where I'm like,
I don't either.
the difficulty select should come
I
from...
play on normal anyway because I'd rather kill a boss in 8 hits and not 6.
Like, Jam even has a difficulty select for this game, but it cuts out entire bosses depending on which game you play. Or not bosses, stages. Which is...
Rush may also have my least favorite final boss in the franchise.
By the way, I love how I asked for the best ones, and we just wound up talking about the worst ones.
I
I
argued
mean, I
SA
mentioned my favorites.
Yeah, I argued SA too. You got some actual bosses that uses your mechanics, you got
No,
some rival
it's
fights.
just the nature of Sonic discourse.
Yeah, it is. Not denying that.
God damn it! Defensive
Apparently, Animal Crossing got decompiled.
It's been decomped for a minute. It finally got a PC port. It's still in early stages though. Like, you have to build your executable yourself. Kind of early.
Man, it's impressive it's been off for only a minute and they already have a means to port it.
Hey, man. But yeah, it's been decomped for, like, the decomping, which is actually making the code readable, has been done for at least a few months now. We're just getting an actual PC build, which is still a quick turnaround, which does not surprise me. Animal Crossing fans are rabid. I'm just curious to see how far that's going to take until we go from into you have to make your EXE to you just download it, drop your ISO in, and go. I'm not even mad about that one. Fucking the thruster hitbox is definitely what's giving me shit now. I'm just getting hitting in a way that just doesn't feel right. I hit jump game. Come on.
Jumpman.
Oh. Guess you'd have a different conversation. Favorite Eggman design?
I mean, we've only had a couple.
More than you think.
But, just the standard one, really.
Modern
Humpty
standard.
Dumpty.
You mean the modern one?
No, I
I'm
mean,
referring to like the standard modern Eggman. What can I
Yeah.
say about?
That's what I was asking for Puckshaw. I was like, I'm assuming standard modern, not standard classic.
I think what's happening when you're getting hit there is that even though you're hitting him, the thruster is, I think, not considered like fully hard or engaged at that time. So you're falling back and hitting the thruster when you hit him at that point.
Whew! Should not have gotten that last hit.
That's how I'm seeing it anyway.
But, yeah, again, for me, modern design as well, especially the SA2 version, dull surprise. He actually looks like an egg, plus having the goggles placed where they do kind of helped solve his problem of being extra bald. Whereas a lot of the classic designs, not just the in-game one, I'm talking both sets of cartoon ones, really accentuate the fucking bald.
My eyes!
In some ways, I don't mind the Sad AM/Archie design, but they weirdly go extra egg-shaped for him, despite him being called, you know, Robotnik, not Eggman.
they emphasize the butt.
Yeah, but especially with the ways they draw, like, his face and, like, his scowling, like, he can actually look kind of fucking threatening, which is funny to say with him looking like a fucking, like, pear.
Oh no, the ZAM thing, the design for Eggman is a little bit too much for me.
It's not a good design for a game one, and it is busy as shit even for it's drawn in the comics, but it can be done well. But it's not my favorite design by a mile. Give me fucking SA2 style drawn Eggman any day. Plus it's the holy shit. Why does that song slap so much?
I am the Egg-shaped.
It's also funny to have that song when you realize that it's only the second game where he's Eggman. In the whole first game, he was kind of half in denial of it, despite, you know, the egg blank.
He was always Eggman in Japan.
In Japan, but
Japanese.
in Japan, yes, but in US, he wasn't Eggman until Adventure 1, and that was what the whole, hey look, a talking egg! But yet everyone else just calls him Eggman anyway, outside of Sonic's insult. It was one of those things I caught in my rerun when I was doing the Dreamcast version. Oh fuck, I'm on the front side.
He's gonna throw the hands.
Ah! I jumped! What the fuck? I'm getting my inputs actually legit eaten sometimes.
I know it's a much more passive way of doing things, but what I sometimes do when he does the jump is I will just stay on the far left or the far right, wait for him to come down, then go to the other side and just go out of range of the hands and wait for him to come down and do the walk cycle again before attacking more.
I mean, it's a safe way to do it, and given this fight has no rings, I don't blame you for doing it. Like I said, 2's not the one I play often. It's usually 3.
It's not the one I play often either, and that is why I play it safe.
I'm rushing because I just want to get this done.
It's been almost 2 hours.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we've been here for like at least 20 of those minutes.
I wouldn't doubt it. Probably been more than that even.
Fuck!
Especially at this rate.
Two's endgame is just kind of rough. You get the longest fucking Metropolis zone, which I burned through that pretty quickly. Wing Fortress, which, yeah, auto-scroller. My usual quip, I can't process all this blast. And you got Wing Fortress, which is an alright short little level, and then this. Ugh. Just having, I think, a lot of versions of add rings into this fight for good reason. It breaks it in
Most
half.
official ones have not.
No, the official ones do too. Jam did.
Okay, well, Jams I have not. Version I have not actually played.
Oh, what the hell?
Midge too far over.
I jump the same fucking way and I can hit him and I can't. Ugh!
I think it's dependent on when.
Baker. I'm with you there, Sonic.
Because, like, it can't go all the way. Oh, like you were coming back out. Yep.
I thought his arms were covered.
Yeah, because it's... He goes up, he comes down, he'll launch the arms if you're far enough, then he'll go up, and then he'll come down again, then you just start the parry over. So if you wanted to be behind him again at that point, doing, there'd be no harm in doing so.
Alright, so 2 launches, try to get behind him, got it. There's something about this version that just feels weird with the hitboxes that don't match the Genesis version, and I don't know what it is. And some of these feel a lot larger than they're supposed to be. These recreations are good, but there are some little bits here and there, if you pay attention, just doesn't quite add up. Yeah, the sprite was gone for the thruster and I got killed. What? It shouldn't be there. Why did I didn't Bandit bounce? What? Oh, what the fuck? Definition of insanity.
You're getting better, though.
There we go. I'm killing this fucker in less than 20 seconds now. Just getting the game physics to agree with me. A couple steps, okay. You didn't. All the way back here.
I think you may have only hit them 5 there. They're safe and sorry.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk it.
He's gonna go up again. And you position yourself in the way you want to. And I was just gonna do the walk cycle again.
Oh, I thought you had to launch him twice up and then get him on
No.
Okay. So on the second launch up, over you said.
On the second launch, you can get behind him again, because he will just do the walk cycle.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying.
Source, someone who is stuck on this boss for a while. Like, I think the first time I fought this boss was in Jim's collection.
Bag collection.
No, Gem's collection.
Gems doesn't have two.
So the thing about gems is there was a thing you could unlock in the museum where you have a couple of basically loadable saves of end games of all the classic Sonic games.
The Brawl Masterpieces!
But
Very similar, yeah, you only have like 5, 10, 15, depending on the game, only so much time to play them.
okay, why
what-
though?
Both with good and bad endings. And it also gave you 5 of the Game Gear games in the same facet.
I'm more confused as I'm like, okay, so you have the ROMs in there for the other games that you already had in the first collection, but you can't.
No.
What the fuck, Sega? Okay, whatever. 'Cause I don't have to reason.
Plus, unlocking those, I think, required you to play the games consecutive days in a row.
Again, I said it before and I'll say it again. The biggest enemy of Sega is Sega themselves.
Well, like half the reason Gems itself existed was because they meant to put those games in the first couple versions of Mega Collection. God damn it. See, I was grazing that thruster sprite and it wasn't damaging me, and then it did.
But yeah, Sonic 2's loads right at Death Egg, so...
I mean, that makes sense, but also, again, I'm just like, wait, but why have... Because that's where the ROM's in there, and... Yeah, you could just rip the ROM out to get the full game. Damn.
And the reason I said this is that Silver Sonic was kicking my ass as a kid. The first time I got the Death Egg, I died to Silver Sonic and never even saw the Death Egg pulled out. I don't think I had any continues left either, because Wing Fortress also kicked my ass.
I mean, when you're not doing Wing Fortress can be a butt.
The stupid thing that I am thinking about is that Sega specifically has a masterpiece version of Sonic 2 that loads into the final boss, and it's specifically timed that you can beat Silver Sonic and get almost all of the hits on the Death Egg robot, except for the last one.
No, you can beat it.
I know that you can beat it, but I figured that Sega will be that much of a care about it.
Well, now he's gonna be walking the other direction, so...
What?
He will face the direction where there is more space.
Okay, I didn't know about that part. As I was saying, though, 3 had... I think you do all of Launch Phase Act 2 for free, or it's checkpoint right at the start of that sequence. I forget. With 1, it's obviously just at Black Zone. Sonic and Knuckles is at the Doomsday Zone. I mean, that makes sense. Oh, what the fuckity fuck?
I didn't think you still spawn bombs on that.
And also...
Again, I usually don't go behind him, so... Any differences between that, I don't know. 3D Blast had one which was stuck in the final fight. Amusingly, Spinball had one.
I mean, I assume that's on.
It just loads you at the Showdown pinball table.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just Showdown.
And I think Mean Bean Machine was there too.
Which I'm assuming would have been the Robotnik fight.
Yes, just straight Robotnik. I think they only give you 5 minutes for that. If you don't know what you're doing, good luck.
As I say, arguably you could beat him in that amount of time pretty easily.
I can, but someone who doesn't know how to Puyo is going to struggle.
Can you beat Satan in 5 minutes?
Yeah, usually I beat him in less.
As for the Game Gear titles, it's... I know Chaos is one of them. Because it's stuff that's not in that, so Triple Trouble was not one. I think that they did, I want to say the Game Gear version of Mean Bean is in there.
Which also would just be Robotnik. Him with the face of looking like he saw his
I think it had
before.
Game Gear 1 and Game Gear 2. But I forget if Game Gear 2 was actually there. No, because Game Gear 2 was in that collection. Game Gear 1 then, and that was, I think Game Gear Spinball was also there.
Oh, what the?
I find it much easier than normal Spinball. Yeah, those finger hitboxes are large.
God damn it.
What else was in there? No, CD definitely wasn't in that collection.
That was half the reason that collection got made, was because they couldn't put it in CD originally.
I think Tales of Adventure was in that collection. I don't think it was one of the ones that had the loadable ROM. You kind of get the point, though, is that there was just like 15 loadable ROMs.
Yeah.
It's still funny how that collection is the only reason I am aware of and to some degree enjoy the Vector Man games.
For me, it's, even though I didn't pick up that collection, one of the ones I wanted to hunt down even when I was younger to get Sonic Fire.
Yeah, and Fires really has not really re-released since.
The HD version.
Well, standalone.
Yeah, it's stuck in Lost Judgment, I think?
Sí, Yakuza Kishi,
It's one, well, the Judgment's a spin-off, but yeah.
It's a Yakuza game, by the way.
That makes me upset, because I would like a HDR version of Sonic Fighters, please.
Sonic the Fighters is one of those that we will never get again by virtue of the hyper-violent, cartoony slapstick violence that it has.
But they also had the right idea to make it the way they did. It's like, okay, you...
Oh, I agree, but it's the sort of thing that Sega will not allow it anymore.
Yeah, which I'm like... And to be fair, everyone got hyper-violent equally. Because Amy was merciless in that fucking game.
Rosie the Rascal.
Like, one of her moves is just straight up just decks you with the hammer.
Yeah, I guess he just launches a bomb if you stand behind him at any point.
After the first go. But also, Fang with the gun, which the part I don't like about Fang is the pop gun. I know that's kind of the point, but I feel like he should just give him a laser pistol at this point or something.
I like the pop gun.
And like, I'm okay with him not having like a non-lethal gun if it means like as an excuse. Like, yeah, he's a hunter. He's gonna get you alive. But the pop gun feels just that little bit stupid when he's still running around with machines just as deadly as and dangerous as Eggman's. Like, give him a tranquilizer gun. There you go. I'd say no harm in it, but the whole point is harm, so... Shitboxes! But again, go back to my previous comment, I wish we get more of the classic bound characters and modern stuff. Mostly just I'd like to see what Fang would be like in current timeline bullshit.
Believe me, I've been paying for that for ages. You know, a thought crossed my mind. I think you had 60 coins a while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I noticed that too. I'm confused.
You have killed Silver Sonic enough times to where you rolled over 50k points and got an extra life.
Gotta be fucking kidding.
Because he is worth 1,000 points on every kill.
Yeah, give me back Team Cooligan. What? God damn it! Why? Why are the hitboxes so fucking scuffed on that bastard? I was doing the same thing that worked the last time and now it's done. We getting frustrated on this. God damn it! Beat your fucking duplicate in 15 seconds flat, asshole. Come on! I shouldn't have done that. God
No,
damn.
you should not have. What the hell? What is going on with these hitboxes? I'm actually getting legit confused at this point. Some of these just don't add up like the way they should. Because I was nowhere near that thruster and it killed me. It just does, he's just off screen.
Yep, I've saw that a couple times that I've jumped. I stopped magnet bouncing again. What again with the hitboxes being just weird in this?
To be fair, Silver Sonic has always had very weird hitboxes, by that referring to the Death stuff.
Both. Yeah, both their hitboxes are being weird. Like I said, some of it does not feel like it matches the memory I have from Genesis again, despite the few times I played that. Because it feels like there's just something weird about Eggman's fat ass that's just not registering correct. Ah!
I'm surprised you didn't die on the initial hit, all things considered.
I just want this done, man! Holy shit! Surprised I got 4 hits last time and I got the first cycle.
Say, this raid's gonna be Death Egg Zone featuring Sonic 2.
As long as I don't, if I see myself clipping the Eggman's butt, it's basically game over. There's just something about my bad net bouncing that's not been working correctly. There we go. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Damn it! Should have, as soon as he started thrusting, I should have stopped. Ugh. So I think I can get a 6 hit. But I just gotta go slightly faster. Because if I go too fast, the hitboxes get a little wonky at that point. There we go.
You seem to have Silver Sonic goes down to routine at this point now.
As long as I get consistent bounces, I'm fine. I just have those couple times where for some reason my bounce gets eaten and I get fucked. Yeah, Silver's not a problem, honestly. It's just...
Not now, it was earlier.
I was rushing early, that was part of my problem. About that amount of steps should be... Hitboxes are aligned correctly. Or not! Come on! Holy shit! Oh. Go. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry for being frustrated, but also, sheesh.
I was gonna say stay hydrated.
I got caffeinated at that point, but also...
Also stay caffeinated, apparently.
Okay. Go up. Until the... There we go.
I think part of why you've been getting hit sometimes when he's about to take off is because
Baked out.
he steps backwards, so the angle at which you're jumping is not the same.
I got greedy. That was on me. You're mad for game for many things. That one. That one. Okay, come on.
That just happens sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that.
As someone who has done this once enough times, that just happens sometimes.
Yeah, I'm honestly like I know I've had that issue before. I'm doing it once. I'm doing a frame too early. Cause I'm trying to. I'm trying to see if I can get before it hit. I'm being greedy. Yeah. It's like a very specific timing, because as soon as he lands and you jump very extra short, you'll be able to bounce for 3 or 4 times.
Or if you do the thing where you hit him from underneath, because you have quick reaction at that point.
I don't trust doing that method because that can be...
No, it's not the safest. If you're used to it, it works, but if you're not, it's glitchy.
Yeah. I'm overthinking absolutely what I've been doing. There we go. Because if I gave the fix, pretty much, I just need to... That's the muscle memory my hands have. That works. Just stick with it. It's getting good muscle memory for this.
Well, you're gonna have to do the front tire at this point because the finger.
Thought he was gonna immediately do the launching at that point.
No. In short, like I said, if after the second launch when he lands, if he's in front, he just does the walk cycle. But if you're behind, he seems to still do the bombs, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Unless it's maybe just one. I don't know. Whatever works. Stop yourself there. Launches.
Okay, now both those went downward. That's
His angling is always weird on that. Alright, he is going to... And again, let's see what happens with the bomb this time. Just be patient and see. I think it's just... No, he launched two.
he wants to, but I also... Can you destroy those?
I'm not sure. I've never tried.
I literally was jumping into him and it killed me, so... I don't think I can, which... How
No.
the hell are you supposed to deal with the bombs then, if...
You either have to position yourself well, or you just don't go behind him like I tend to.
Because again, I don't remember the bomb attack at all in the Genesis version. Not saying it wasn't there, but it does not recall.
Double check something.
Yeah, please do, because it does feel like something different compared to the Genesis version. It's throwing me the hell off. Like, 2 is way more infamous for the mobile version changing fights.
Okay, no, the speedrun kills him before he even has to deal with the bombs.
That's what I figure, but also the speedrun, again, it's the Genesis version, so there'll be a lot more of a the Genesis hitboxes. But I'm telling you, they're not the same here. God damn it.
Yeah, because, like, they're able to hit him in the rear more consistently, and, like, they have 9 hits before he has even landed the first time.
That's what I thought, yeah. Like, I'm having a hard time getting any hits in his backside. I'm like, I feel like it's a lot smaller in this version.
So they nerfed his ass?
Yes, it's consistent with a lot of modern gaming. Get rid of asses. Cowards. But also, that feels like something that, like, Christian Whitehead would do intentionally, just to kind of, like, like, no, people, stop. I get the cheesing, quit it. Because, yeah, it feels a lot harder to get the... Because I feel like you'd be able to, like, multi-hit him while staying on his backside in this. I can't do that. I've tried. Come on! And then that happens with the fucking thruster hitbox.
I think I will go lie down for now. Seriously.
Alright.
Take it easy now. There we go. Oh, finally. Come on. One step.
Not go for another one. Yeah, it sounds like we're just giving up on him from behind. Just going to fight from here.
It's consistent.
You know.
I swear you can get in between his fingers a lot easier in the Genesis version, too.
I am able to, however, I have to register the hit high. Where you will get hit, usually.
I'm wondering if this is a 16x9 screw-up again. I'm wondering if his hitboxes are going to be weird because this is 16x9 and not 4x3.
Not a clue.
Well, the arena, again, it's about as wide as it was in the original... I don't know how I got that hit. But you can see more of it, but I'm wondering, because 4x3 is technically slightly taller, they had to somewhat shrink him down in this. To be in proportion. So he's still in proportion with everything, but I'm wondering if that's messing it up.
Wouldn't be out of the question.
Because his sprite was so huge in the original version that it was clipping the top of the CRT. So, I'm wondering whereas he's a lot shorter in this. No, I'm not... I don't know how I got taken a hit there.
What I will say is when you try to hit him with more speed, you get the higher height, and that's allowing you to hit him more readily.
Yeah, I can't get as much... Hold on.
Now he's gonna do the hands again. I'm not keeping track of how many you have left at this point, but he's not far.
Oh,
Yep.
way more than I thought.
That was it. There you go.
Freedom! I thought I was at like 9. I didn't think I was at like 11. Oh,
No, I think by the time he started the walk cycle, you were at like 7 or 8.
Also, despite all the HD fix-ups, they didn't colorize and full screen these images.
Nope.
Because, yeah, ow, my eyes.
Nope.
And technically I'm gonna get the lamer ending with this because I'm just gonna be super. Oy, hey, yeah, that... Yeah, there's so... This definitely shows that there's some weirdness with the mobile engine port versions of these. I wouldn't be surprised because of the converting into 16:9, but otherwise this is still a good version, but yeesh. Death Egg Robot really shows the strats got fucked up. Also, the retrying to get keep getting emeralds is a little bit busted. Oh well. Still think it's good. I argue this is better than 1, but even with that frustration with Death Egg Robo, but I'm also not in the mood to go and prove myself on the Genesis version anytime soon. I'd have to figure out like the stage select codes. I'm not gonna click off anytime soon because I'll cut off the music, and this is the Sonic 2 credits music. It's fucking good. Oh yeah, this doesn't do the demos like 1 does. I think 1's the only one that does that, actually. Come to think of it.
It does what? The play reel? Yeah, that's only 1.
It feels like it should be in here.
There was more game, maybe they couldn't fit it on the cart.
Probably. I mean, we know for the fact that the bullshit with the Sega chant takes enough to be, what, like a zone or 2?
Something like that.
I remember that was like, they sacked what could have been an entire zone if for that chant. Also, you could tell there's more staff in this in 2 compared to 1's credits. I think these are still in the correct final order.
They're still in what?
The actual order you play the stages in.
No, the music in that one is actually completely jumbled. It includes some of the multiplayer, too.
Oh, that's what's throwing me off. I wonder if it's...
I want to say when you hear Casino Night, that is the last song before the title jingle.
Huh. I was wondering if this is maybe closer to like a beta lineup, but Casino being that late makes no sense. There's this little new bit. Fascinating. Get fucked! Neat way of looking asses.
This will be another time you spend enough time here.
Oh, well, the coin spray's completely different.
Yeah.
It's a little deeper. And now, now the islands now match where my progress is in-game. There it is in launch phase. Alright, so... There'll be Sonic 3 Knuckles left, and then done there. I'm not doing any of the Game Gear games anytime soon.
But there's
try and double check. See him. Be good. Title, palm tree.
Oh, if Hidden Palace is in here. I don't know if Hidden Palace is in here, actually.
Nah, it's close second. Casino night.
No. Because old style Hidden Palace would have been in 2 section.
Yeah, and they also don't have... Hold on, let me see this. Nope.
Act 2 is only slightly better.
Nope. New Blue Sphere. Yeah, because here's all the shit that should have been in this collection. Hell, guys, we've never had to re-release a goddamn,
Chaotix.
Uh-huh. Mineral, aquatic, chemical plant, casino. Oh, yeah, it's not.
Oh.
There it is.
Or is it extra?
It's extra. Which, again, I think that's also probably half confirming, half not confirming that this was not intended for Hidden Palace, or even if the people assembling this weren't sure. But I think this is one of the few times there was an unused song in a Sonic game.
Yeah.
It's usually very...
Well, it is one I like quite a bit, though.
It's a good song, so it's sad to not have it in there for the bonus level. Because again, it's in there. That's what I was trying to think. I'm like, there's very few times I think we ever have, like, unused music in a Sonic game. It's rare anyway, and usually anytime we would be for, like, the prototype stuff, not in the game. Yeah, I'm still just mad at these the Genesis, especially Knuckles Chaotix, all 3 of these should have been in the collection. I'm glad we got the Game Gear games with Plus. That should not have been DLC, but yeah, I'm a little annoyed about that. And yeah, this is missing music because it has the beta tracks, not the... But again, as far as I can tell with the mod should make that work. Oh yeah, there's also the premium music.
Yeah, that was just like if you pre-purchased. Oh, I think you just got these. And they're just modern remixes of some of the songs.
People, I mean, this is Brawl. Hell yeah. Love that mix.
It's Brawl, Generations, and the last one is Team Sonic Racing.
Is this the 3DS?
That's the 3DS Generations.
Oh, hell yeah. Love that version, actually. Yeah, grab a couple of those since I want to save coins for Blue Sphere, even though I am gonna be fucking fine with Blue Sphere. Now it has a bunch of IDW covers, but doesn't... Yeah, nothing from Archie, which is... Ouch. Oh god. Yeah. Forgot about the CG render fucking Sonic face.
Memory serves, you do get coins for doing mission mode as well, so...
Yeah. It's not going to be hard to unlock all this, but I'm also not in a rush. Most of them want to unlock is just for beating the game, because yeah, all I have to do left is beat 3 and K.
Yep.
Which... Oh no, the one I actually like playing more often than not. That's going to be a breezer. Yeah. Glad I have that done, and... Holy! I did not expect to have that much trouble with Death Egg Zone.
If it had been a while, it doesn't surprise me.
Like I said, I don't remember the last time I played 2. It was before the move, at least, so it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So, I'd have to double check my game cleared notes, because that would probably tell me. But again, like, 2's not one I play often, because at least with 3, I've had the excuse to do that with Air. And then 1 CD and 2 I don't play as often. But, granted, if I'm replaying a lot of games, I'm usually replaying, like, Mega Man stuff more often than Sonic. But, yeah, despite my frustrations and being very visceral with that fucking final fight, which, again, I feel like was remastered weirdness, not anything wrong with the game itself. Yeah, I think 3 is gonna be a breezer, and I still had a good time playing 2. It's just, boy, that thing can go kiss my ass. But I think next time we get back to streaming, I'm gonna be going to do, hi, Sky Sanctuary. Sorry, I got distracted because I can see Sky Sanctuary in the...
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry, I got distracted. Do Punch-Out again on Wednesday. And go finish up World Circuit in Tyson, which I gotta go do some quick research on that. That shouldn't take too long. That shit's well documented. And I got it like halfway through it last time, so now I'm a little bit cooler and do a little bit of checkups. I'll be fine with that. And then hopefully we'll get back to Final Fantasy IV on Friday. I'd like to get that done sooner than later. I'm not sure what will be the RPG after that, but it's probably not going to be anything Squeenix related. Lots of things on that. But I don't know what I'm going to do for Sonic, or we'll do after clearing Sonic. Probably doing Mario, because I still am kind of in the mood for doing that. I'll have to see. I'm not decided. But yeah, I'm gonna shut things down for tonight. Take it easy.